I understand is I allegedly,
Oh, here's a full clip. Okay.
it was keeping Solene on time that was supposed to be for her mom. So on her mom's custodial time, I was keeping her from her. Like the time that was supposed to be hers, I did not let her go. That's what was said. So I quickly had to change my screensaver and stuff because my kids are my screensaver, and obviously Soul's face can't be on there. So this is my phone. Nothing can be, edited or anything like that. So this app right here, OFW, this is a app that is for the courts. It is a court-ordered app for parents who do not communicate well to communicate on. So if you guys chat GBT or Google this app, this is a that cannot be changed, altered, edited in any way. Nothing can be.
Yeah, a lot of people that are co-parenting and are in the courts use this. I believe it.
Deleted, right? So it has like a sent category. I want to like make sure I don't take my phone off of the screen at all, just so that, anyways, it has a sent category. It has a inbox, so you can see the things on there. Okay, so this is monitored by the courts. Like, you could use this for evidence, you could do whatever, but this is like a serious thing. So if you chat GBT, this is something that cannot.
The whole app is sad. Yeah, dude, it's sad that fucking parents can't be adults and fucking do the right thing for their kids, and they have to, the courts could see the full conversation they have, which is kind of good, because some parents be fucking dumbass parents, dude, and the whole proof is right there. So yeah, it's just sad parents can be adults about it, and they have to use this fucking app. But hey, as of now, Landon is bringing the receipts. Okay.
Be altered. Okay. So we are going to start. This whole incident started on March 19th. So I'm gonna go to the inbox here. Like, I really do not want to take the phone off this, so you guys just know that is legit as possible. So let's go down to March 19th. On March 9th, this is what was said.
Just read it for us. Hey, we need to switch weekends. Something came up in our end that requires us to be out of town. I'll have her this weekend, and you can have her following one. You can pick her up from school Monday and keep her through your time, including next weekend. Thanks. Boom. He literally showed us that Shyla said, keep her through the week, including next weekend, which will be the weekend that everything's happening. That's how I'm looking at it. Well, okay.
I'm gonna hold there for a second so people can read it. I didn't know what the bottom said, but it was something else. That was said on the 19th. So I'll read it for the people again who. It says, hey, we'll need to switch weekends. Something came up on our end that requires us to be out of town. I'll have her this weekend, and you can have the following one. You can pick her up from the school Monday and keep her through your time, including next weekend. Thanks. So from this message, the weekend before the 19th. That's why she's saying we'll need to switch weekends. So now.
Yeah, so I just want to ask for everyone defending Shyla. There's no shade to y'all, but let's say your baby daddy, right, sends you this message. What are you thinking? Would you think the same as Landon? As in, like, yo, it's my whole week and including the next weekend? Or are y'all thinking, no, just a week or what? Because he got proof. He got proof.
She is making where she has 2 weekends in a row, right? The 19th was supposed to be my weekend, and she's not asking, she's telling me, hey, we need to switch. Okay, this is Thursday before I'm supposed to pick her up, which is Friday. Just so you guys are clear with this, okay? Everyone good? So again, Thursday before I'm supposed to pick her up on my weekend that I have, this is what she says. Mind you, we have a 50-50 custody agreement where there is no set dates, but you have a 50-50 schedule. Okay? Remember the time, all that. So I'm gonna come up here, go to sent. Now let's go to.
They are girls, so they don't. Thank you for saying that, Lupe. Oh shit! Listen, I don't like Landon, bro. I don't. I think he's a piece of shit, bro. But he's right. He's right in this instance, bro.
The word 19th when I responded. I say this. Hold it there so you guys can read it for a second. What I said. Sorry.
Something came up that requires you to have Soul on the weekend that was intended to be me. That doesn't make sense. Are you asking to switch weekends with me so you can take Celine out of town? Where are you trying to go? Okay.
Moving. I'm in an uncomfortable position right now. But you can like screenshot it and flip it around if you want. I'm gonna read it for you so if you don't know. This says something. So this is what I said. Something came up that requires you to have Soul on the weekend that was intended for me. That doesn't make sense. Are you asking to switch weekends with me so you can take Celine out of town? Where are you trying to go?
All right.
Okay. So mind you, the weekend's supposed to be mine. She says, hey, we need to switch weekend. Take my weekend from me, like last minute inconvenience. Just, you don't know what plans I had. Just take her. And mind you, this is a thing that happens. This is something that this is not the first time she's ever done this type of thing, but I just don't come to the internet and talk about it because again, I'm very much past this. It's something that you just have to deal with, right? So this is what I said. So after this, there was messages, of me. I asked where she was going. Later I seen that she went to Texas with her family. So she took my weekend to take her to Texas. And if you're a follower of her mom, then you know that she took her to Texas with her on that weekend, right? The March 19th, which again was my weekend. That's why she asked to switch to that weekend. Okay, so let's keep this going. So just so you guys know, after she had taken her to Texas and took my weekend.
Yeah, I agree with Foodie. There's no reason for her to go make a scene if she has this, or Landon has this on the phone.
From me. She came back 23rd, 24th, which was Monday, Tuesday. Those were my days. So I had Soul the 23rd and the 24th. I have a calendar right here, just so you guys can see. There's so much energy put in this. I have hella phones around me. So 23rd and 24th, I had her. Okay. Then she went back to her mom's 25th, 26th, and then I had her that weekend after that, which is 27th, 28th, and 29th. Okay. So I'm gonna put this phone here again. I'm not moving this just so it can stay in frame. I want you guys to get a visual real quick of what had happened. So, weekend, which was okay. So, if you look up here on this calendar, if you go to March 13th, okay, her mom had her on that weekend of the 13th. Okay, she had her up here on the 13th. On the 19th is when she sent that message talking about I'm gonna take her again on the next weekend. Okay, so mind you, that was supposed to be mine. So it was 13 her.
She got 2 weekends back to back. Just to let y'all know. Just to let the Shyla stands know. Okay, Shyla had 2 weekends back to back.
19 me.
Hello.
Then it goes back to the 20th weekend or the 27th weekend, which would have been her. This is if we never switched. If we just kept on going and she didn't want to randomly take my weekend from me. As you see, it goes 13th her, 19th me, 27th her, and then this weekend was always going to be mine, no matter what had happened. Does that make sense? I just want to make sure you guys can wrap your heads around it.
It's making sense, bro.
Right?
It's making sense, bro.
So this weekend of the 2nd or the 3rd, 4th, and 5th would have always been mine if she never took the weekend regardless. She switched the weekends. Since she switched that weekend of the 19th, so she's gonna have her 13 and 19 weekend, and then I'll have her the 27th weekend and this weekend that I have her on right now.
Yeah, Shyla fucked up, dude. Shyla fucked up.
Right? I want to make sure that makes sense to you. But if she never randomly did that to me, again, it was not
regardless of the weekend, it's his weekend, dude. It's his weekend, regardless if they switched or not. Look, you don't have to know anything else. Either way, this past weekend, Easter weekend, is his weekend, no matter what. No matter what. It's not about being a Shyla stand, Danny. It's the fact that he's a narcissist that drives Shyla to have a. No, I agree. I agree, but also like you gotta understand too. Like, you gotta be real. It's his weekend, so whose weekend is it to have the kid? I'll give you 2 minutes, guys. Why didn't he open the door and explain to her though? Maybe because I don't know. Avoid something bigger.
Question. It was just against my will. I would have always had her this weekend, no matter what had happened. Right? I just want that to be clear. So now, let's fast forward to this Thursday. Okay. So this Thursday, that day would be, what's the day? Hold on. What's the day? What day are we on right now? We're on April 4th. So on April 2nd. So let's go to April 2nd now. This is the third. So mind you, this is Thursday this week before the second weekend I was going to have in a row, which would be this weekend. Okay. So clear. Again, sorry. Go back to the inbox here. Again, mind you, this app cannot be altered, deleted, nothing in any way. Chat, GBT, Google it. Just want you to be clear. Again, I know this is not for my community. This is just for others who are obviously going to watch this and see this. So let's go to the April 2nd. This is what she says on the Thursday before the week.
You can drop her off this afternoon, evening in your area to my mom. You can bring her back to me tomorrow around 8 a.m. This was April 2nd.
That was supposed to be mine because we switched.
The weekend, okay. His weekend.
Hold it for a second just so you guys can read it.
Realistically, I wouldn't have opened the door if my baby daddy was acting like that. Exactly. I feel like if it was the other way around, if, let's say, I don't know, Shyla had her and Landon came in busting the door, open up, she wouldn't have opened the door either. So, yeah, man, it's toxicity.
And I know it's probably backwards, but if you can screenshot it and flip it, you can do what you want with it. I'm going to read it. You can drop her off this afternoon, evening in your area to my mom, or you can bring her back to me tomorrow at 8 a.m. Let me show you my response to that. Again, this is April 2nd at 5 o'clock. Let me show you my response on April 2nd. Okay, this is at 5:16 I've responded. Well, let me just show you. Again, this is no screenshot, this is no edit, this is no nothing. This is me going on there and showing you. Sorry, it's a little shaky.
He's gonna read it right now. Hold on, chat.
Okay. I say, hello, I am keeping her this weekend like you told me I would be after you kept her on my weekend. Please refer to the image I attached if you do not recall.
Please refer to Exhibit A. Thank you.
So, since I'm keeping her, I plan accordingly for this weekend. I will be returning her to school Monday morning, and you'll get her from there as regular. I attached, as you can see, I just clicked on it. I'm gonna make sure. I attached this image to it, which was when she said, hey, we're gonna switch weekends.
He ain't wrong, bro.
That's why I attached to it, okay? That's what I had said on that Thursday. This Thursday, that just happened, okay? So again, I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna leave this here, just so you guys can still see it in the frame. Now I'm gonna go to
literally professional. He got 3 phones, dude, on Snapchat, breaking it down for us.
Sophia's phone, which I can't show your screen. It's also Soul's face in there too. I'm gonna go to her text message. I didn't ask to see if she had any crazy messages. Okay, so this is her phone. Okay, this is her message. She has Shyla's message penned right here.
Oh, this is Sophia's.
Okay, I'm going to hold this like this. This is not a screenshot.
Just read it, dog.
Just so you guys, if it can focus. So you guys can screenshot that if you like. This is what later on Thursday night, and you can see the date on it.
Oh, okay. This takes us back to where, you know, Sophia was talking to her through the camera. You know, a lot of us said, you know what, I don't think she should be involved. Shyla even said, you shouldn't be involved or whatever. This message says otherwise. Sophia, I'm not trying to involve you. Ooh.
She had sent. Oh shit. This is what she had sent to Sophia's phone.
Toxic.
So I'm going to read this for you guys.
Please do.
So again, this is Thursday at 9:47 p.m. This is what she said. Sophia, I'm not trying to involve you, but you are currently present while my child is being withheld from me during my legal designated custodial time. I've made multiple attempts to resolve this directly and is being ignored. If my daughter is not released immediately, a police report will be filed documenting this incident, and charges will be pressed and pursued to the furthest extent of the law. Your name will be included as someone present, aware, and willing to participate in this situation. I have also been advised that any situation involving interference with a child's custody, health, and safety concerns require a report to CPS, which would include you, all other includes parties, all undocumented incidents, this and prior involving children. So she randomly wants to bring in
CPS. That's crazy.
Talking about sale, okay, for whatever reason, which would include you, all other involved parties, and all documented incidents, this and prior involving both children. I don't want to escalate this or involve you unnecessarily, which is why I'm giving you the opportunity to help resolve this now. Please have him bring my daughter immediately. Okay, so now I'm putting the phone down. Again, do your research on this app. I just want you to make sure you guys are all good on this app. Locking my, okay, that's not locking it. Locking my phone. Okay, so now from that Thursday night, fast forward to the next morning. The next morning, we were getting ready to leave to San Diego in the morning. Okay, so I have the Escalade parked in the front. We are going.
Don't imagine Shyla would have freaked out more, dude, if she went and no one was there. She would have probably claimed kidnap, dude. 100%.
Back and forth, loading the car. We have other people coming with us, like one of Sophia's, like, you know, best friends. It's Saya's godmother. We're waiting for her to come. And what happens next is that Shyla comes to the front door, okay, filming,
Cairo, thank you for the
and
follow.
Sophia thought that it was the friend coming with us on the trip because she was already coming to meet us because we're about to take off and leave. So then this happens.
Now I'm here to pick up my daughter. Hi.
Bro, I'd be so pissed. I'm sorry, dude. I'd be so pissed if I was Landon. Oh.
It's my legal custodial.
Finally.
It's my legal custodial day. Where's my child? Where's my child?
So now that you guys saw that, obviously that's pretty scary, right? From that, the security showed up because she basically like snuck into our community. She was supposed to exit and she basically snuck in through the gate and went in. They ended up locating her. When the security there, they were trying to escort her off the property. She wasn't going. We like immediately called the police. So immediately called the police, and basically what had transpired from that time is she stayed literally at our front door and was just banging on the front door and yelling and filming. And that basically, and then security couldn't get her off because they can't like.
Yeah, 100% agree with Lupe. She said she wants to paint him as a bad father, but she's really making herself look insane. Yeah, dude. I mean, listen, it's one thing to be a shitty person, right? A shitty partner, but another thing to be a shitty dad. I personally, I don't like Landon, bro. I don't. But I personally think he's a good dad. A good dad, bro. He could be a shitty ass fucking person to Shyla, but he's a good dad, man.
Physically like touch her and like that, obviously. So he just waited on the sidewalk and made sure she didn't like break anything. And that happened all the way until the police came. Okay, so she stayed literally in the front of my house, the front door, all the way until the police came. When the police first got there, they spoke to her first because she was already outside, obviously. And then they came in and spoke to us. When they came in and spoke to us, we had showed them immediately, like I went straight to like showing you guys exactly what I just showed you, right? This is what had happened. This is what's going on. And this is basically what had transpired. And I'm going to show some of the conversation that we had with the police now.
You just committed possibly trespassing.
Yeah.
I was like, you're lucky that there's this little cloud of civil and custody agreement, and we're going to have to talk to a detective and see what they think. But if they want you arrested, you can be arrested. So I was like, so I need you to chill out right now. I was like, what do you want? And I was like, and this weekend, go. I was like, don't even think about this weekend.
Wait, is that Landon's toes painted, bro?
I'm with the police now.
You just committed possibly trespassing.
Yeah.
I was like, you're lucky that there's this little cloud of civil and custody agreement, and we're gonna have to talk to a detective and see what they think.
No, that's.
But if they want you arrested,
the
you
baby
can be
mama.
arrested. So I need you to chill.
That was his feet, bro.
I was like, what do you want? And I was like, and this weekend, go. I was like, don't even think about this weekend. What would you want? And she was like, I guess just to see her on Monday. And I was like, well, I need you to never show up here. Chill out. I was like, I'm going to advise them about a restraining order so you can get a restraint from just this house in general, just this house.
Oh, we can do it on a premises.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Done.
when you get a restraining order, you can get 100 yards from person or property. It says it right there, like person, property.
Yeah.
You could just get this property. That way, if she ever comes, automatic, she goes to jail, no questions asked. Doesn't matter what she does, she goes to jail.
W cops.
So that's why I'm trying to give you this second round of restraining order, especially after everything caught on. You got the security seeing everything. That restraining order you'll be able to get from your residence.
Damn.
How many children are here at the house?
Two.
And then one between you guys, and then the one we're talking about. Easy. And then on that restrained person, she could be a restrained person. You unfortunately probably can't.
Yeah, I have to be involved.
So, but you can. So she can no longer ever have an altercation with her. Now, you could do the arrest and still do the restraining order. If she comes back tonight, suspect has been advised of trespass. So like, hey, she needs to be arrested. So if she comes back tonight, because we're off at 6.
Okay.
So
They'll just give you like a form to sign so that you know first time.
Yeah, that cop said, nah, man. Look, do it before 6 because, hey, I got to go. I ain't doing overtime today, bro.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. You just say, hey, she's already been advised.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Get the restraining order. No.
So the resolution was.
There it is.
So the resolution was that I'm keeping her this weekend and she'll get her back on Monday. Okay, and then after that, they made her leave. You can see here. So the resolution was that I'm keeping her this weekend
Why
and
is
she'll
this
get her
replaying
back on
again?
Monday. Okay, and then after that, they made her leave. You can see here. So the
W Lupe. I'm sure he's a person or he's a shitty person, but as a dad, he could have not fought to get visitation. Exactly. So he loves his daughter, but Shyla wanted to make it worse. And then at the end, so he's the only one who's suffering. Facts, dude. Facts. Hey, Lupe, I didn't know. Bro, you're spitting facts right now. No printer, dude. She must have felt dumb, dude. And once again, man, this is coming from someone who talked about this relationship almost every single day for a whole ass month or two, dude. I despise fucking Landon. I was team Shyla, dude. Just want to make that very clear, man. Very clear. But bro, y'all gotta admit, man. Y'all gotta admit, Landon is in the right here. Because I know a few of y'all in the chat still don't agree. Y'all have the proof in your eyes. And still don't agree, dude. Open your eyes, dude. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. If I can ignore red flags in a man, I can ignore red flags in Shyla. I'll never stand Landon. Wow, Margaret. Open your eyes, dude. Hello.
This takes so much energy away from just life, right? And I don't want to be doing this. This is embarrassing having, I don't want to be someone who has drama on the internet, right? As you guys know, she continuously talks about me, continuously says bad things about me, but the type of dad I am and all of these things. And this is a great example of exactly how she just lies. And I'm just tired of lying. I'm tired of her just saying whatever. And it comes to a point where goddamn, I just can't not say anything. And in this situation, it's affecting more than just me. It's affecting my new relationship, right? It's affecting Sophia. It's affecting my kids.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking draining, I bet.
And this scary situation that was just like super over the top was like the final straw where I'm like, God damn, I have to say something. Because again, you have people who don't know the story, because I never speak on anything that she says with these crazy ass things that she says. I just let it blow by, just go on about my day, go on about, you know, the regular stuff that I post. But you have people that are going to believe whatever she says, and people take me not responding as in like I might have done whatever she had said, but that's never true. I am not this person that she thinks that I am, that she tries to.
I heard it was old documents he was showing, supposedly. The text messages? They had the dates. Yo, Les, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that.
Say that I am, and I'm just so tired of the lies, like I said, of these made up, twisted stories that she goes on and she makes her little content out of it and just talks about it. It's like, God damn, bro. Like, I just want to live. Like, I just want to live and be like, as you know, for the people in my community, far like I've came and grown and how I am in my new relationship, and you know, a father of two, and it's just like, this is just like has to end, bro. This has to end. Like, I don't want to be on the internet talking about shit like this. Like, I really do not. Like, I just do not. And again, this is not bashing her. It's not saying anything. I just want to clear what was said and what, like, the idea that was given in the video that she had took it to the internet already. So now I'm forced to sit here in front of you and do all this. This is embarrassing. My family sees this. My family and friends see like what I have going on. It's like, it's not normal to have this just on the internet. Sorry, it's got all bright. And be doing all this. I'm in San Diego on vacation with my family, and I have to come here, sit in the backyard because I don't want any of the kids or anyone to hear me and talk about this, give my spiel just so I can clear my name. Like, no one wants to do that. No one wants to be doing this. And I pray like that I never have to do this again. Yeah, like I'm just tired of like this whole thing. You know what I'm saying? But I love you guys. Again, this is not for the people who already know the deal, and I know that none of you guys are surprised by all the things I just said right now. But for the people who don't know me, who don't support me,
yeah, man. W Landon, bro. He came over with receipts, dude. He came out with receipts. She wants an apology for all the hurt. I'm not saying she is right, but maybe it's triggering to see him moving on and being happy, playing family with his new girl. Listen, I genuinely think Landon and his family drove Shyla to this point, to a point where, you know, I don't want to use the word crazy, but you know what I mean. They drove Shyla to this point. So he's in the wrong for that. But in this, he's not wrong, dude. He's not wrong, man. I just think Shyla could have handled it better. She should have just read the text, go back to the text and see what she said, bro. But yeah. They both have issues. But I also think they both are good parents, man. No, I don't know any of them personally. I don't. But from what it looks like, internet-wise, they seem to love and care for their daughter. So, shout out. I don't think she's upset Landon moved on. She's upset because the girlfriend is involving herself. That didn't concern her. But I see what you mean, Melly. But Shyla literally texted the new girlfriend saying, I don't want to involve you, but... I mean, so maybe the new baby mama said, you know what? All right, she's involving me now. She's involving me into this situation. Danny, the internet's not real. Hey, I know. I get that. I say it all the time. So okay, with that being said, you don't think Shyla's a good mom or what? Because I see y'all saying, do you know him personally? You know Landon's a good dad? No, I don't. But do we know Shyla's a good mom? Hello. Play devil's aguacates right here, dude. Like I said, I think they're both good parents, bro. I think they love their kid, man. They gave their kid anything. Because clearly the girlfriend is involving herself. If Shyla really cared, she'd put a court order to keep the girlfriend from the situation. There you go. There you go. I mean, I personally don't think she's involving. I mean, she lives there. Maybe is that her involvement because she lives there? But they both need intense therapy. She can't ask for favors, then act like that, and act like that when it was communicated. Clip Danny said he's on Landon's side. Clip it, dude. Take a picture. I don't give a fuck. All this could have been situated with a lawyer. Shyla did wrong crashing out like that. I agree with that. Yes, she did. Yo, thank you for becoming a member. Whoa, Carol. Wait, the Carol C? Gracias. Thank you so much. Carol Cheeseman. Carol Cheeseman. But yeah, dude, I feel like they're both in a wrong some way, you know? Some way. But more Shyla. More Shyla, dude. More Shyla, dude. Yeah, I'm just playing devil's aguacates right now. Pero quién sabe. I don't know. I feel like this is not gonna end, dude. This is never gonna end. They're always gonna have a back and forth, you know? But it is what it is, dude. At least they have that app and they could communicate with that app. Which never mind, because then how could the girlfriend see it? The new baby mama.
Long story short, no.
Damn, Shyla responded to this?
We have clauses, we have agreements. We did switch weekends last weekend. That was his weekend. We swapped like 2 weekends ago. So 2 weekends ago we switched. We followed
Yeah, you said through the whole... You pissed me off. Shyla, you're pissing me off right now.
different custodies like on the week that's going to be our weekend. So since this weekend was my weekend, I would have her Monday, Tuesday. He'd have her Wednesday, Thursday. I'd have her Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So he thought that by gaslighting me and saying, "Oh, you said that we would switch weekend," after we had already switched weekends. And we date everything. Everything's dated because we communicate through an app.
So if he was in the wrong, then why didn't the police give you so to go back home with you? Answer me that, Shyla. Answer me that, mamas. Why? If he was in the wrong, why didn't the police give you so? Hey, we're just playing devil's aguacates, guys. Chill out. Don't crash out.
It's manipulation. It's gaslighting. It's abuse. And then for him to try to use authority and be like, the cops said I should get a restraint. They can, if you feel so scared and threatened, which is what they were performing, then the police can advise you to do that. However, you need to have evidence. And
yeah, it would still be his weekend, Jenny. Dude, Jen, thinking outside the box. That's why you're Pastor Danny. Preach. Hello.
proof, and there's no evidence nor proof. But I do actually have a legal restraining order still. Again, this is a pattern of abuse. It's actually called post-separation abuse.
Post-separation abuse. That's the first time I've heard that.
Dealing with it for years, and I released myself. This was about my daughter. This maintains about my daughter. The facts have never changed. Just the shifting around it to try to preserve their image and likeness has changed, and that's not my responsibility.
El pollo is loco. El pollo